podcast you're about to listen to is an account of the tragedy which befell a group of horror movie fans who chose to listen to the Huge Horror Movie Podcast.
With your host, Killian Gore.
Hello, you're listening to the Huge Horror Movie Podcast. I'm Killian Gore. Anyway, so let's begin with some reviews from the first episode, Slasher Movies. We've got easily one of the best horror podcasts I've ever heard. The Huge Horror Movie Podcast is informative, entertaining, and absolutely hilarious. A podcast of pure genius. Yeah, so, thanks for those, Mum. No. Some of the real... Let's have some of the real reviews. They were... let's have a look. Oh, my ears, dear Lord, no, my ears! I'm just joking around. Anyway, so we're looking at alien horror movies today. Again, it's quite a general subject, like the first one, which was slasher movies. There will be some more, specific, looking at just particular movies or franchises. But we're just keeping it gen here, just keeping it gen. People say that. I'm just trying to keep it gen. Keeping it gin. Alien horror movies. As usual, I've got a movie. I didn't have a movie playing last time. I had a documentary which I kept getting the name of wrong. I don't know. Now I've forgotten what it was. Did you remember? So I won't attempt to say what it was because I'll get it wrong again. So we got the movie Extraterrestrial. Yeah, a movie I quite like. Don't think it was a big hit, was it? Let's just have a little look here. Should be in this list. It better be. Here it is. Yeah, from 2014 by the, what do they call them? The Vicious Brothers. Yeah, it doesn't give the reception. Reception was C-. You got a C-, Vicious Brothers. Is that okay? No, we want you to hear, really. Sorry, just to see C-. Fangoria and Bloody Disgusting both expressed disappointment over the film, as both felt that Extraterrestrial utilised too many familiar tropes and cliches. Did I say familiar? What did I say? Familiar tropes and cliches of sci-fi horror movies. So, what's wrong with that? I like the familiar tropes and cliches. In contrast, Den of Geek gave the film a mostly positive review and commented that the movie had clever visuals to occasionally distract from its mediocrity. Oh, that tailed off. Did you say tailed off? At the end there, didn't it? It's going really nicely. And then you spoiled it, didn't you, Den of Geek? Well, but Jack Bottomley of Starburst magazine, he also wrote a more positive review, if slightly mixed. Does nobody like this? Saying Extraterrestrial is an untaxing, albeit regularly cliched watch. But still a fun dose of sci-fi horror. There we go. Guy. Even if the search for a truly great modern alien horror goes on. So how does the search go on for a truly great modern alien horror movie? Dark Encounter was very good recently. Very much enjoyed that one. You can see that one on that's brand spanking new. Beautiful film, beautiful music too. It's on Amazon Prime. It's like a little advert there. Sorry, did a little advert. What was I talking about? Extraterrestrial. Well, I quite like it. What would they say? Clever visual. Yeah, clever visuals. That'll do me. Some clever visuals. I'm happy. Yeah, I like there's aliens in it. But I going back to the past, I do have a particular interest in aliens and ufology and all that, because I saw a UFO back in 1996. There's actually some clips on the film at the moment of some UFO footage. My God, it brings back the memories. Those haunting memories. No, it wasn't a haunting experience. It was just a startling experience. It was I think it was June 13th. It's a very Friday the 13th date. But it wasn't a Friday. 1996. The year of the movie Independence Day. Come back to that later. So, it was blue sky. I walk into the shops, looked up, as I often do, just stare off into the sky. It sounds, childish, but, I like the sky. I just like looking at the sky. So, I looked up, and, there was this perfectly round flying saucer. It was a flying saucer, I can't say anything else other than that. It was a flying saucer. If you held a coin, a regular shaped coin. There's so many different currencies. I don't know what to use. Let's say a 2p. Do you guys know what 2p is in America? It's probably like the size of one of your coins. I don't know American coins. So about a coin size, a regular coin size. If you held one of those up to the sky, it was about that sort of distance, and I could tell it was a distance away. I don't know how us humans can tell when things are far away and not right next to us, but we can, can't we? Most of us can do that. So it was about that size. It was just flying along, airplane speed. It wasn't doing any erratic movements or going whiz bang fast. It was just ambling along there like an airplane. I know there was an airplane in the sky at the same time over to the left, about an arm's length. What's that word? What's that? Perspectively. Thanks, curtains. The curtains just they prompt me. I could tell, I could see that was the shape of an airplane, and I could see that this thing was a disc. It was a flying disc, and it was so unequivocally a flying disc that if the most rational explanation, if you wanted to be rational, is that it was related to the movie Independence Day, because I think they had some sort of marketing involving UFOs. Did they? Curtains? I'm not looking that up. Sorry. I'm just not looking it up. I can't be bothered. So that was my UFO experience, and it opened my eyes up to a different world. What do I think it was? A spaceship from another world. But it could have been a probe or something. We'll never know. But 1996 was a key year for for UFO sightings. Anyway, I've waffled on a bit too much about that. I just wanted to go back to the first podcast. I believe I missed out one of the answers, and that was what is Nightmare at Shadow Woods also known as? It is Blood Rage. You probably knew. Maybe it's been released by Arrow Video. If you've not got it already, then get it. Tick, 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 tick. So, we got extraterrestrial. Did I do the whole thing about the... I've got the movie Extraterrestrial playing in the BG. In the BG, which is a technical term for Bogdana! I make a funny there. So, let's go to the book now, shall we? Because it's about time we had a question. Sorry about if there's any sort of nasally noises. I think there was in the first show. I'm known for nasally noises. It's my thing. So, what is the name of the 2007 Invasion of the Body Snatchers remake that starred Daniel Craig and Nicole Kidman? You got it? What do the island inhabitants of Grabbers do in order to avoid being killed by the aliens? Good film, Grabbers. If you've not seen that, check it out. Number 3. Which 1998 film features a group of aliens who looked like clowns? You're a bunch of clowns. Number 4. Whose book and alleged true story is Fire in the Sky based on? I want to talk about Fire in the Sky. I was going to put that film on in the BG, but I went with Extraterrestrial in the end, so I didn't. No, I don't think... Has anyone released Fire in the Sky on Blu-ray? It deserves to be released on Blu-ray. It's a cracker, isn't it? Probably one of the best alien invasion movies, is it? Y'all agree with me? Number 5. Which actor played FBI Special Agent Lloyd Gallagher in The Hidden? Oh, The Hidden. Just got that one on Blu-ray, released, I think, exclusively to HMV in the UK. I think it's got a generally releasey in America or so. Don't know. Anyway, Fire in the Sky. Fire in the Sky. This will give away the answer to talk about it, but you know, yeah, we just have to deal with that, won't we? Deal with it. Just deal with it. So yeah, we know the film was based on the supposed real-life UFO incident in which American logger Travis Walton was abducted by aliens on November the 5th, bonfire night if you're in the UK, 1975, whilst out in the woods with his workmates. I'm reading here from Incredible Horror Movie Facts by Killian Gore. By the way, working on part 2 at the moment, so you know, watch out for that. And this should be promises to be really good. Where was I up to there? Oh God, I keep getting distracted, don't I? The story and the case are well documented in the media, and Walton himself penned the book The Walton Experience that would go on to be adapted into the feature film. I've given there's the answer, isn't it? At the time, Walton's logger colleagues were subjected to polygraph examinations, and it was concluded by the police that they were telling the truth. However, in 2009, Travis Walton participated... bloody big words, eh? In the American game show The Moment of Truth, in which he was asked if he was indeed abducted by a UFO in 1975. What do you think happened? I'll tell you. The result of the polygraph test was negative. Oh, and Walton missed out on winning the $100,000 he stood to gain if his answer had been determined to be true. Walter responded with, polygraph is 97% accurate, you know, not 100. And he stormed out of that studio, and I don't know how he did that. But yeah, that's a shame, isn't it? That's not what we want to hear at the end of that. Would have been a lot cooler if it had been true, and he'd got the money. But sad, but true. Another good one here, Communion. Again, not widely released on home video. Another one in need of a Blu-ray. So, Willie Stryber, who wrote that, as the book. The author of the 1987 book. And he's maintained over the years that his alien abduction story is true. The book itself is labelled as non-fiction, so check that out on Amazon. Should we do that now? Curtains? I'm going to. It'll be fun, won't it? It'll be a hoot for us. Communion, book. We'll put book. I bet we'll get religious books, won't we? Oh, no. First one is Communion, which is labelled there as a true story. Is it in the non-fiction category? It just says New Age UFOs. Oh, it's disappointing, isn't it? New Age, it's number 121 in New Age UFOs. That seems to be the only chart it's in. Well, we could look on... Have you got time, everybody listening? Should we look on the American Amazon? Communion, are you bored by this? I am. Communion, a true story. And what charts are you in America? You are in the... it's a lie. It's in UFOs, it's in biology, and it's in New Age and spirituality. But I suppose, though, it's not in fiction, though, is it? There you go. So it must be true. It's all true. I didn't read the rest of it, did I? Author William S. Burroughs, of Naked Lunch fame, was so fascinated by Stryber's... struggling over words this morning. account that he paid Whitley Strieber a visit and concluded that he was convinced that he's telling the truth. So, there you go. Burroughs himself, a very credible witness. He thinks it's all true. I do as well. Yeah. I'm going on record. Whitney? I'm going to call you Whitney from now on. Whitney, I believe you. Anyway, let's have the answers to those first 5. The Invasion of the Body Snatchers with Dan Craig was The Invasion. Did you see The Invasion? I didn't. I've seen some of the Invasion of the Body Snatchers movies. I believe there's a new one on the way. Again. Number 2, Grabbers. What did they do to avoid being killed? They got drunk. Because the high blood alcohol levels are toxic to the aliens. Cracking movie, that. The 1988 film where they look like clowns, we know that. It's Killer Clowns from Outer Space. 80s classic, cult classic horror film. The book, the Fire in the Sky book, yeah, we've already answered it, haven't I? I've given it away. It was the Walton Experience by Travis Walton. And number 5 was about the hidden, who played the guy, Lloyd Gallagher. It was, of course, the fantastic Kyle MacLachlan. So there's our first 5 questions. And what else was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to mention Stephen King's It. Do you know why? Well, is it an alien invasion movie? You know, because as sort of revealed in part 2 there, he's extraterrestrial, isn't he? Eh? So, here's the big question. Is it an alien movie? Is it? Hello? Curtains? No, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of dressed more as a supernatural kind of film, isn't it? It doesn't seem to be an alien. Aren't we all? Isn't every movie an alien movie, though? Because aren't we all aliens? Aren't we all? We're all made of stardust. We all came from the stars. We are all extraterrestrial. So every film, Casablanca, Chocolat, Gladiator, West Side Story, they're all alien movies, really. But I've got 100% proof here on this piece of paper that aliens have existed. I've got a secret document here from Area 51, no less. How did I get it? I can't tell you that. It gets shot in the head. In the head. Yeah, so it says here. Is that annoying? Okay, I'm gonna keep doing it. You wearing headphones? Ooh. Yeah, I'll put that down. It's immature, isn't it? It's really immature. Yeah, so it says on this top secret document, Mr. Gore, I have 100% proof that aliens have existed. Dramatic pause. Well, you know, when we went to the moon, Neil and his friend... I'm sorry about the bad research. It was Buzz, wasn't it? Wasn't it Buzz, the other one? Or did Buzz stay on the ting? No, Buzz went with him, didn't he? Yeah, so when they landed, when they stepped foot on the moon, they became aliens. Didn't they? They were aliens to that moon. They're not indigenous to the moon. So there you go. 100% proof that aliens have existed. You can't argue against me. I'm sorry. But, you know, I've always said I'd love there to be an alien invasion. I think that would be a real hoot. Don't you? Imagine, it's like, you know, with a zombie apocalypse, you know. I think that'd be fun too. Did I say that last time? I can't remember. But yeah, an alien invasion. Wow. Woo! I dig that the most, baby. I'll put that document away. I keep that sealed somewhere very, very safe in case the Men in Black show up again. Let's move on to some more questions, shall we? The next 5. And we'll call it number 6. Which trilogy of Alien horror movies had sequels called The Second Encounter and Watch the Skies? Number 7. What is the name of the alien played by Natasha Henstridge in Species? 1995. What do the aliens in Peter Jackson's Bad Taste want to do with human beings? Number 9. Which Star Trek actor appeared in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, 1978, as Dr. David Kibner? In number 10. After Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Steven Spielberg was developing a horror movie about a family being terrorized by aliens in a rural farmhouse called Night Skies. True? Is it true? Or is it false? Answers on a postcard, please. Yeah, so I mentioned there within those questions some questions that I want to talk about. Again, they're going to give away the answers, though, aren't they? Oh, bloody hell. It's not very well thought through, this show, is it, Gore? Sorry. Should I could, I could address both things. So I'm gonna move on to the answer for the first one there, number 6. The Alien trilogy sequels, The Second Encounter, and Watch the Skies. It is, of course, the movie Extra, the British movie, directed by Harry Bromley Davenport. I have some Davenports in my family. I wonder if they know Harry. Do ya? Are you listening? So in Extra, in 2004, a little bit of a trivia here. Social media sites went crazy over a photograph of an alleged skinwalker creature stood on all fours by a roadside in Liebrook, New Mexico. A skinwalker is a legendary Native American tale of a person who has the supernatural ability to turn themselves into any creature they desire. Having frightened people online and featured on local TV news stations, the photo of the creepy-looking creature was eventually debunked, and revealed to have been lifted from the scene of the alien on a woodland road from the movie Extra. Do you like the film Extra, everybody? No, I don't. That was a bit harsh, wasn't it? But, I've seen it, and I just didn't really dig it. I mean, what does Extra mean? You know, I was doing a book recently, that horror movie manual book, and I was which is basically the horror movie dictionary that I released last year. And, I made the decision to scrap the dictionary. Why? Nobody bought it. Boom, there's your answer. So I thought, I like the book. I think it's a good book, I don't mean to be big-headed. But it's one of the best things. It sounds so big-headed. There's no way of avoiding it. I just think it's a nice book. It's a good book. I enjoyed writing it, and when I look through it, I enjoy reading it as a reader. So when nobody really bought it, I wanted to try it again. I wanted to do what the old B-movie horror filmmakers would do. If a film tanked at the box office, they'd simply change the poster, change the name, and give it another whirl. And that's what I was doing, So shoot me, not cheating anybody, because nobody really even bought the first one, did you? Change it to the horror movie manual. And I added a few updates. There was some new things from films of recent since last year, and there's just some things that I missed out. I have missed out Extra, the word, again, because I don't know what it is. I mean, is it just short for extraterrestrial? Does it mean something in the films? Does it mean something? I can't see that it does. I've tried to find out. Maybe it's in the sequels, Extra 2, The Second Encounter, and Extra... Where's 3? Watch the Skies, isn't it, part 3? I've not seen the sequels. There was a box set, wasn't there? But I think it's deleted. I don't think there's ever been a Blu-ray box set of all of them. There's the one that had just part 1 in, which was a lovely looking box set. I nearly did buy it, but I don't dig the film. I want to. But, everything about it looks like it should appeal to me. But it's just, I don't want it in my life. I'm sorry, Harry Davenport. Maybe if I saw it again, maybe if I saw it with the sequels, I'd change my mind. Can you send me them? Thanks. I'll be waiting. Do you know my address? No? We'll just guess. Just bloody guess it. So anyway, on to the answers. So we move to the answers from those. So we know now number 6 was extra. Number 7, Natasha Henstridge. Yeah, she was called Sil, wasn't she? Silly Pants. Or Sil or S1L. That was her test subject name in the lab where she was created. It's quite a good fun film. Species. There were some sequels to that too, wasn't there? I don't think I've seen the Species sequels. Was there only one, or was there 2? Do you know? Write in on a postcard, please. Oh, everyone here always says put it in the comments, don't they? Put it in the comments. But I should say with this podcast that it will move out into the world. Oh, there's 4 Species films. Species 2, Species 3, Species The Awakening, and Spice World. The one with the Spice Girls, where they were all aliens. Oh, do you remember that? It's a classic film. Yeah, I will when I work out how to. Well, no, when there's a few more episodes, I will put it onto some of the podcast platforms too. Because my brother Tony, he told me on YouTube when he's trying to listen on his phone, it switches itself off when listening to YouTube. And I guess proper podcast platforms won't do that, will they? So yeah, we'll get on those when there's a few more episodes down the line. So, what do the aliens in Peter Jackson's Bad Taste want to do with human beings? Well, they want to eat us, don't they? More specifically, they wanted to harvest humans for their intergalactic fast food chain. I wrote something recently about those guys, didn't I? Oh no, where it's in the horror movie manual. Anyway, the new version is out now, and it's a belter. Let me tell you that, bloody belter. I can't remember where it is. Oh God, the unprofessional. Because it's quite funny as well. I'll come back to it. When I root it out on the old computer. We'll just press this button here like this, and this is so sloppy, isn't it? But that's what you get. What do you want? The show's bloody free to listen to. What are you expecting, like production values and things? Celebrity guests. Killer Clown. It was in reference to Killer Clowns. I wrote this line in the manual. A group of freaky killer clowns from outer space who like to eat humans. In brackets, most things from outer space seem to like human meat. Have none of them tried chicken? Oh, there it is. Did you laugh? No, you didn't laugh, did you? So the next. Oh, I've got the books muddled up. I put the wrong book here and there. Put that one back there. Ew, so what was the next one? Which Star Trek star was in Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Of course, Leonard Nimoy, Mr. Spock himself there. And number 10, after Close Encounters, was Spielberg developing a film called Night Skies? Yes, he was. That would have been a cracking film. A screenplay for for Spielberg's story was written by John Sayles. We all know him. Special effects legend Rick Baker was also hired to create the aliens, but elements of the unproduced script were reworked into both Poltergeist and E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Oh, you can kind of see there, can't you? With Poltergeist. Poltergeist. With Poltergeist, yeah, how it was kind of their home was invaded, wasn't it, by something malevolent. But it was ghosts instead. I should say that Dark Encounter, I guess, maybe has elements of the unproduced Spielberg story, but not totally. That's Carl Straith's film. Is it Straith? Straith. Surely there's only one way you can pronounce that. It's difficult, isn't it, with pronunciations? How do you say the one from Thelma and Louise's name? and Rocky Horror. How do you say it? It's Susan Sarandon or Susan Sarandon? Because it's Sarandon. What's the other ones? I know more of these. Oh, I got loads of them. I could prattle them out all day. I've forgotten them all. I've gone and forgotten all of them. There was another one, a famous one. Anyway, forget that. It's going nowhere, isn't it? I just want to do a little bit of trivia now for you, anyway. And it's about The Blob, another classic. Actually, is The Blob always alien, though? I don't think it is it? Doesn't it have two different things? So it could be looked at as a gelatinous and monstrous alien being, or a gelatinous and monstrous military experiment. It was a military experiment in the 1988 remake. So a lot of us love that remake, don't we? I do. That's probably good argument, perhaps, for a remake that's better than the original. Do you agree? Anyway, but yeah, The Blob, weirdly, is based on a true story. A total true story. Everything, the whole thing when it burst out of the cinema, that happened. Oh yeah, boy, did that happen. No, so it had its origins in a real incident. Let me read to you. Rather strangely, in September 1950, the New York Times ran a story about 4 police officers in Philadelphia who had reported witnessing a saucer. Oh, damn my eye. Damn your eyes. Too late. A saucer-shaped object gliding down to Earth. Once it had landed, they attempted to touch the purple glowing UFO, only to discover it was made of a goo-like substance. After 20 minutes or so, the blob had completely evaporated. Amazingly enough, the FBI were brought in to investigate. Probably like Mulder and Scully, wasn't it? There's the nose. Nearly said snot. Sinus issue. We'll cut that out. I bet he won't cut that out, though. The case was turned over to the U.S. Oh, hang on. The FBI were brought in to investigate, but found nothing more than a wee spot on the ground by the time they had arrived. Oh, that must have been disappointing. I got a giant blob here for you, FBI guys. It's just a spot. It's rubbish. We came all the way out here from Quantico. Anyway, the case was turned over to the US Air Force Intelligence, but no further documentation of the incident was ever recorded. Oh, I bet it was hidden, wasn't it? Hush, hush, hidden away. So yeah, I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? I think that's the only other... Oh, something fell out. Something fell out of the book. I had another thing. I got little bookmarks. You'll never know now. You'll never know what the other fact was that I had all lined up for you. I'm trying to have a look. Again, it was just that one. We've already had that one. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. So, let's move on to some more questions. The next batch. Which 2006 alien horror movie directed by James Gunn starred Nathan Fillion, Elizabeth Banks, Greg Henry, and Michael Rooker? Number 12. Guess the alien horror movie from the following review. The Vicious Brothers. Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? They're giving this one away. The Vicious Brothers have some fun with what's essentially a slasher movie featuring homicidal aliens. Hey, that's a better review, isn't it? Hey? I think I like that. That's probably why I like it. I've got it on here. I've not really been looking at it much. They got some torches and in a spooky house, and it's a good sort of popcorn flick. This one, I like to double bill it with Exists. You know, the Bigfoot film. Another cracking film there. Exists, an extraterrestrial. The double E. Double bill, I call it in my house. Do you call it that? And you get some popcorn and you watch them. He's off his head, this guy. Guess the alien horror movie from the... Honestly, I just read that one. What do the aliens need to survive in the 1998 movie The Faculty? Number 14. Which special device does Roddy Piper use in They Live to view the world as it really is? In brackets here, namely, overrun by aliens. Number 15. What actually is Plan 9 in the movie Plan 9 from Outer Space? Is that enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that'll do you, won't it? And then we have a little gap, don't we? And we find something else to talk about. That's the format. Bloody hell. The unprofessional nature. Anyway, some films I've not talked about yet. They'll probably pop up in those questions, won't they? Bastards. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, I never really swear apart from that word occasionally. Critters, yeah, Critters. And I was going to say Ghoulies then. That's not aliens, is it? They're demons, aren't they? Are they more demonic? But of course, we've not even mentioned the big alien film franchise. Oh, there's an alien in the puddle in Extraterrestrial. I like that a little bit. You know what bit I really like in Extraterrestrial? Is that bit earlier on. You've missed it. You're watching it too, where you see the crashed UFO. Oh, that's just it's you know, to me it's a little bit scary. That I don't know what it is about that scene. I think it's the music. There's this sort of noise, like a metallic-y music noise, not Metallica, like a horny metallic. Bloody hell, what are you saying? Yeah. Anyway, I'm bloody rambling. But yeah, that bit, I like that bit. Oh dear. Yeah, Critters. Yeah, that's another. Critters. I always get to this stage, don't I, where I just lose the plot. And another one that oh yeah, of course. Yeah, we were about to talk about the Alien, the Alien franchise, which of course has come to Earth, hasn't it? With the 2 Alien versus Predator films. You know, I always think it's a shame with Alien versus Predator Requiem, the second one, because when I first heard, you know, it's like going to be like aliens coming, the xenomorphs and all that, and the Predator coming to this sleepy American town. I thought, boom, you know, that's where I wanted to see the Alien franchise go. And then they made a mess of it, didn't they? Oh, those idiots. They turned the bloody darkness up. Did you turn darkness up? They turned it's almost like they were watching it in the edit suite there, and you think, you know, do you know what this needs? Like, we need to turn the brightness levels right down to 0 or thereabout. And, you know, you can even see it. What were they thinking? Yeah, I'm still annoyed about that. I try to enjoy the film as best I can, because it's a cool sort of setup, isn't it? To have the aliens come down to a sleepy town. I would have liked a sleepier town, though, you know, a little town, a little farming community, and then the xenomorphs show up. Perhaps without the Predator. I don't think we need the Predator there. I'd like to see the xenomorphs come down, you know, perhaps like the Spielberg Night Skies idea, you know. Somebody out there, let's get that Night Skies script, pick it up, yeah? Do a rewrite and add xenomorphs. Boom, you got yourselves a hit movie there. I don't want any money. No, I'm not in it for the money. No. Well, maybe like 5%. 5% box office. If that's okay. Yeah? Do you want to send the contracts? You can email them if you like. Yeah, that'd be a cool idea, yeah. Sorry. We've also got to mention Attack the Block. One of my faves. A lot of these films are my faves, you know. I like alien horror movies in general. But Attack the Block, oh, that's just a corking film. So let's get to these answers. The number 11 was about the James Gunn film, was Slither. Slither's another good one there. Oh, deep breath there. The 12, The Vicious Brothers, is Extraterrestrial, the one I'm watching right now. What did the number 13? What do the aliens need to survive in the faculty? I believe it's water. Yeah, water. Water. Got water here in the manual. Which I don't know what I wrote, but it was it was really good. Let me tell you that. Water, a usually totally benevolent liquid for drinking, cooking, washing, and irrigation. In horror films, malevolent. Oh, can we do another one on that? Curtains, they're okay. A usually totally benevolent liquid for drinking, cooking, washing, and irrigation. In horror films, malevolent creatures lurk in it. Movie aliens can have differing reactions to it. In the faculty, they need it to survive, and in Signs, it kills them. So the jury is out on... I'm not doing take 3, love. No, just going to carry on. So the jury is out on what we'd use water for in the case of a real-life alien invasion. Interesting. Bit of science there. Yeah, I mentioned I'd like a real alien invasion earlier, didn't I? But I really would. And I think it would unite us. You know, there's so many differences. We all go on about differences amongst us. And it's like, you know, it'd be great to have this unifying thing. As horrible as it would be. That would be fighting these horrible slithering aliens or whatever they look like. You know, they could look like a lot of people recently are saying, you know, they could be like, you know, things we can't even possibly imagine. So I can't even say that, can I? I can't tell you something I can't imagine. But I'd like them to be, you know, sort of the classic, the ones from the film Extraterrestrial, you know, like that. I don't want the xenomorphs. Oh, none of us want those bloody xenomorphs down there, do we? Taking all our skin and bones. Yeah, something like the classical ones. And maybe they'd like, there'd be a war. Be a kind of a fun war, that, wouldn't it, though? Against aliens. I'd be well up for that. A regular war? No, I don't want to. Against other humans, that's just silly nonsense. But against aliens, yep. Oh, I dig that one. So, moving on. What special device does Roddy Piper use in They Live? We all know that, don't we? It's a film we all love and embrace. Sunglasses. And what actually is Plan 9? What is it? I look at it I should know this. I did do the Plan 9 from Outer Space quiz book, which is out now to buy from Amazon. He did a book plug. He did another bloody book plug. Resurrecting the dead. I'm only looking in the back though, you know, because I want to read what it says. Jeez, don't be so harsh on me all the time. So Plan 9 is to resurrect the dead in the hope of stopping humans from creating turn the page, doomsday weapon. No, the Silver Knight. The Silver Knight. I could never work out quite what he was saying when I was doing the quiz book for that, because I don't think it's a real word, I concluded. And I think I had subtitles on the Blu-ray disc, and I think they said one thing and then online it said something else. Hate it when that happens. And that happened with the Jaws quiz book as well, with the spelling of Pippet or Pippin. Pippet. You know that dog that he's shouting for. Pippin. Pippet. Puppet. 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 Well, you know, and in the script it's one thing. On the subtitles it's another. Online everybody's all like, I don't know what to call it. Everybody's all fighting over it. It was a great war and aliens were involved in this war too. So I left it out of the book. Can you believe that? I left it out. You know, if I can't find a definitive answer, I just won't use it. So yeah, that's the reason why Pippet or Pippin is not mentioned in the Jaws quiz book, because I wanted, you know, the actual Pippet. Let's have a look at that. Pippet, Jaws. What does it say? Pippet on Wikipedia or Jaws wiki. It's Pippet, P-I-P-I-T. And then just below that, you see, this is what I'm saying. People asked, what happened to the dog Pippin in Jaws? Pippin. So we got a second spelling. I could probably go on, and there'll be even more. Pippet. A lot of people saying Pippet. But I think in the script, I can't be bothered to find... other names. It's got a list of the other names. We've gone on to... We'll have creature features and animal attacks on another one. Yeah, but we have Pippet, other names, Tippet, Pippin, Pippet with a double P, and Pippet with an IT. This is getting... We've gone way off track here. Back to... Yeah, that was Plan 9. Which alien horror movie am I describing? Did I read that one out? No, I didn't. That's a new question. Do 5 more questions and then we'll call it a day. Which alien horror movie am I describing? There's a bad robot, some eggs, a mother, a cat, and someone saying right a lot. Number 17. What do the bounty hunters in Critters have the special ability to do? Number 18. What is the name of the underwater alien movie that Friday the 13th director Sharon S. Cunningham made in 1989? In Life, 2017, which planet had the alien life form previously caused extinction on? Number 20. Final question. Which 1989 alien horror movie starring Christopher Walken was based on Whitley Strieber's alleged true story of Alien Love That Land? Yes, we know that one already, don't we? It's Communion. So, they're the final 5 questions. Cloverfield, there's another one I've not really picked up on. That's a lot of fun, though, isn't it? There's something else on my mind. Thing from have I even mentioned John Carpenter's The Thing? I don't think I have. That's one of the biggest alien invasion movies, even though they sort of came down here long time ago and hid themselves away. You know, I like, just because it's just flashed up here, War of the Worlds. I like Spielberg's War of the Worlds, and I like the way there is like this trilogy of alien movies, isn't there, from Spielberg, beginning with Close Encounters, then E.T., and then War of the Worlds. I look at it as his little alien trilogy. I don't know if he does. I'd like to see him do a part 4 though, and just quash his trilogy, and finally do that Night Skies idea with the xenomorphs. Stephen, I know you're listening, Stephen. You always do, always texting me. So yeah, there you go. Get in touch with Ridley or James, one of our friends. I don't know any of these people, really. I'm delusional. Bloody delusional. But yeah, get in touch with them, Steve. So let's just have the answers, because I think we're going to wind up pretty... I'm getting to the end now. Mr. Bean impression. Very poor. Very poor indeed. So the alien movie, there's a bad robot, some eggs, a mother, a cat, and someone saying right a lot. Of course, it's Alien. Diddley's wonderful 1979 movie about an alien, just one alien, wasn't it, in that? On board the old Nostromo. The bounty hunters in Critters, what can they do? What's their special ability? It's to transform themselves into the people they see. I used to love that one. Well, still do, but that was one of those old VHS rental movies. Both Critters 1 and 2. I don't know if we ever read in 3 and 4, but we loved 1 and 2. They're just like, you know, stick out in the old head there. So I met Dee Wallace at HorrorCon as well from the first one. These are like Critters new one, didn't they? Critters Attack, where Dee Wallace came back playing a different character. It was fun enough. Then there was a TV show as well, which I'd never seen. Is there nobody's released that on physical media, have they? You're gonna look that up later. I want that. The underwater alien movie, which Sean S. Cunningham made in 1989, of course, was Deep Star 6. Deep Star 6. I've written something recently about Deep Star 6. It might be interesting. It also may not be. So If you bear with me. Deep Star 6. I'm just looking in the manual. Deep Star. Oh, the monster from that was... Oh, it's not an alien, is it? I think I've made a terrible error in putting that in. I've made an error. Underwater alien movie. I've said here in the huge horror movie quiz book that it's an underwater alien. But according to the horror movie manual, also by me, it was just a creature that was trapped in a cave. Probably wasn't alien then, was it? It was a Diplodon, aka, oh, that word, no, Eupaterid monster. Eupaterid, something like that. So it was a deep sea beastie, wasn't it? Ah, right. Apologies. Can't believe I did that. But I make a lot of silly mistakes, don't we all? I'm only human. Or am I alien? No, actually, I'm alien. I told you that in the last one, didn't I? That's because of my blood type. I've got that rare blood type. Rhesus negative, is it? I wrote a very good story about that. Blowing me on trumpet again there, but it is a very good story. I'm trying to find it. Called "The Truth Will Astonish Us." Rooting around here, can't bloody find it. Right, it's in this one, isn't it? Yeah. It's in. If you want to read "The Truth Will Astonish Us," it's in the Plan 9 from Outer Space quiz book. It's also in 3 Tales of Terror. I'm sure it's in something else. Try and slip my stories in everything I possibly can. But yeah, the blood type. I can't find it now. But anyway, I've got that blood type. And it's the rhesus negative. That's what I said, wasn't it? Rhesus negative. Yeah, it's the rare one that anyone can have, and there is this line of thinking that it's of extraterrestrial text. It's because I've been talking for close to an hour now. It gets to me, it gets me down, it brings me down. Wears me out, wears my voice out, and my brain, it wears my brain down. But it's of extraterrestrial origin, because they can't really explain why it's different. So I've got that blood, I'm an alien, boom. But that thing from Deep Star 6 apparently now isn't. Ugh, I'm not rewriting the book just for that. I'll issue a formal apology now. I'm very, very sorry. Boom, done. That's it. That's your apology. That's all you're getting. Number 19. In life, which planet had the alien previously visited? It was Mars, and he killed everybody on Mars. He did that, rotter. Which 1999 movie starred... Oh, we did that one. I'd just like to... I think I've addressed everything. I probably missed out loads, I always do. The Deadly Spawn. Oh, yeah, we'll do one with all those teeth. Remember all his teeth? I bet he went to the dentist a lot, didn't he? Or maybe he didn't. I don't know. Because he had so many, I guess he could afford to lose one or two. I was going to look at something. Area 51. Yeah, I'd love to go to Area 51. Remember that thing recently where they were going to all charge into it? I was one of those people. That's how I got that document about the moon landing. I wasn't really. I'd love to go there though. We all would. Wouldn't we? All of us want to go there. And hopefully one day we shall. They'll make a museum of it, and they'll show us those aliens that landed in Roswell and that they've got kept in there. And we'll have a great old time, won't we? We'll all meet up in the snack bar, and we'll talk about the old days when what am I on about? I was gonna look something up and I've forgotten what it was, and I can't remember. Really can't remember. So I'm gonna call an end to the show there. It's a weird ending, wasn't it? You didn't see that one coming. Oh, that was it. Yeah, I was going to look up Calvin from... I'm going to leave you with this. From the Horror Movie Manual by Mr. Gore. Where is it? Where the bloody... Calvin. Right. Good film, Life, as well. Good film. Enjoyed that one. Calvin. The name of the alien creature from the film Life. Calvin was named by a bunch of school children from Calvin Coolidge Elementary School. Clearly, they put a lot of thought into that name, didn't they? Not content with wiping out all life on Mars, Calvin, via the International Space Station, moved to Earth, where he's currently waiting for the green light for a sequel to kill everyone there too, and we'll end on that. Thank you. You've been listening to the Huge Horror Movie Podcast. We've dealt with alien horror movies, all of them today. Alien horror movies. Over and out. My very best wishes, as always, to you. Good night.